When you hear family comes first, does that sound a lot like your dreams comes last? Like being a good son or daughter is quietly shelving your own happiness?
That your life is really not your own?
And so this war between who you really are and what they expect you to be can be quite crushing. It promotes anxiety, stress, and just a feeling like you're failing everyone around you.
The generational guilt trap stops here. We're giving you a 5-step roadmap to be able to take your life back.
Hey everyone, we're Jeff and Ellen. We're relationship leaders in this shared reality we all live in, and we're here to help you reclaim your voice.
And watching this video is the plan to do that.
Hey baby.
Hey love. Actually, that's exactly what I wanted.
Yeah, I was going to take a sip, but I'm passing it
You
right
were passing it right over. Awesome.
On to you.
Great latte. Okay,
There we go.
get your sip because we got a good topic today.
Yes, we do. I'm excited. I'm ready.
Okay, so we're talking about guilt.
Yes.
Big topic.
Specifically,
Yes.
family guilt.
Yes. Sometimes also referred to as generational guilt, because this is the guilt that has been passed down from our great-grandparents to our grandparents to our parents and now onto us.
It's
and
on us.
Hey, if we do a great job, we can give that to our son,
Oh yeah.
set him up for
If
life.
it all works out well.
Specifically, family guilt is the tool that is used by so many parents, basically to manipulate behavior and to, influence their vision.
To keep people in line.
To keep people in line and to keep their children in line. And actually, it is a tool used by society to keep people in line.
To force compliance, yeah.
The tricky thing is it's quite effective in terms of controlling behavior, but it's quite destructive in terms of mental health and connection and relationships.
I think in a healthy family situation, how it's supposed to look is that descendants have freedom of choice, free to be their own individuals, that we can spread out so that individuals can find and create their own family as you and I did. And so that's the way it's supposed to happen. But
right. You bring up an important point though also about this family guilt. It's also, when we talk about controlling behavior, it is so that you start to model and take on the family traits. You actually become a reflection of the family. So you are losing your individuality, and the parts of you that are different don't get to flourish.
Yeah.
To be part of the family.
Yeah. It is about fitting in and knowing what part of me gets acceptance and what part of me doesn't. And we learn as children, well, we should shut those things down real quick because that creates distance between me and my family and my caregivers. So I'm going to shunt that away.
I'm going to hide that away.
Put that in the closet for another decade. That's for therapy later on. And so we toe the line. What's most important here? Is it my individual voice of freedom, or is it the relationship? And children will never question the relationship.
Yes, that sense of belonging, the need for survival, their dependency when they're young.
Supersedes everything. Yes. And so that's why guilt is so pervasive, is because children will follow the family rules and the family culture because acceptance or the fear of abandonment is so crushing that they feel I am nothing without my family.
That's major pain. We're talking about the areas of major emotional and psychological pain, and that's why guilt really can get in there and be so effective. It's tricky. It has, it starts with being able to recognize it, because when you've been raised in it, it's like a scent that you've been reared in, you lose your sensitivity to it. And
I don't know that I smell.
This was actually what it was really about. It's an intervention for showering.
No, I like what you're saying, because like once you're in that family smell, you become numb to it.
Yeah.
It just operates below the radar, and you don't know until you start to go to another location, and people are like, "Yeah, that smell is quite obvious to me."
And or until it becomes so big, like it comes out in other ways with anxiety, other issues in relationships. I mean, that's where we get to work with so many couples who come in. That is something that always comes out in the work we do with couples.
The first step in this 5-step pattern you can't change what you don't acknowledge,
Yeah.
and you can't change what you're not aware of. So the first step we want to give you is heightening your sense of awareness so you can spot it. So that's the first step. And so we put together the greatest hits.
Yeah, our guilt faves.
Oh, guilt faves. And so we wrote down. So number 1 is...
Let's see. Ooh, martyrdom.
Yes.
Yes, the martyrdom card.
Playing
Yeah.
the energy that somehow you are, for your whole life, in debt.
In debt. You're indebted. I brought you into the world. I raised you. We with the best of intentions, we gave you everything to...
You owe me.
Yes. And so now when you choose something other than what I envision
Yeah.
as what is appropriate for you, it feels like a big betrayal. And
Yeah.
and
You're not just making a different choice.
Yeah.
You're betraying
Yeah.
your family.
And that's why it feels so awful and so hard. It's like, oh, I can't marry that person that my family doesn't approve of. It's a betrayal to I'm sorry, I have to say goodbye to love because I need to stay safe with my family. Or I can't choose that career because that's not acceptable. It could be anything depending on what the family culture is.
But every couple that come together is a mixing of a new culture.
Right, so it's cross-culture.
All the time. Every
Yeah.
marriage is, every
Because
relationship
each household is its own culture. Even if it's within another culture, how they express that in their individuality is still another micro-culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point.
And so there's nothing wrong with culture per se.
Yeah.
It's that when that leads over into an extremism where it's like, this is a means to control. So you're not free to work that job because that's not who we are. Things
Yes.
like that.
Okay.
Next up.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
the silent treatment.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. So this is like emotional ghosting.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is when you do something I don't like and I shut down, and I can
The
shut down
temperature suddenly drops. It gets chilly.
very quickly.
Yeah.
And you feel it, and it's amazing. It's so powerful, even though nothing is said, but that's it. In a space where things are usually said, the absence of those things that are said is very loud and very clear. I have clients whose family will, they just don't answer texts or pick up the phone. The reason it's so effective, though, is because it plays on one of our primary fears, survival fears, which is abandonment.
Abandonment, yeah.
It seems like such a small thing, but it's actually quite brutal.
No, it's really brutal. You know, we know someone that when they were dating and wanting to date someone, they knew that if they chose this one person, which was for love,
Yes.
which was going against the family culture, that there would be a emotional turning of the back from the parent. And the key thing, the parent wasn't even alive anymore.
Yeah, so much so. It was felt from the grave.
Yeah, that's how much this guilt can direct children's behavior, adult children's behavior, even long after the parents have gone. It is so ingrained, and so it makes it difficult to change.
So interwoven into our behavioral fabric.
Next up, comparison.
Ooh, the comparison game. Yes.
Happens between siblings or other family members that say, you know, so-and-so showed up, so-and-so did this, they helped move me.
Yeah. They have a busy schedule like yours, and they found time to call.
They managed to put their schedule together. Yep.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't think there's a lot more that needs to be said. I think that one's pretty self-explanatory. The comparisons and
it's highlighting this is the way to do it, and you compared to that person, you're failing spectacularly.
Woohoo!
Yep.
Yeah.
Next up.
Next. Ooh, for your own good. Oh, right. This is where we disguise they disguise their need as, I'm doing this because I love you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
that
you
just gets
feel
an
that?
itch right in my eye when I hear that. I'm doing it because I love you.
Yeah. It's for your own good.
yeah.
You don't know better for you. I know better for you. And you will thank me down the road.
I can imagine, like, because we've heard stories, like, imagine, like, having a family dinner party and someone else is there and they're the stranger, but then you realize, oh, am I getting set up?
Oh, my God.
Is this now a first date?
Yeah, especially because they don't like the person you're actually dating, and so they're trying to introduce you to and woo someone else into your life.
Oh, the message is like, you can't be trusted with things like your life.
Small things like that.
Yeah, someone else is better at it than you are.
So I actually know what this is because we have one greatest hit left. Blackmail.
Yep. This one is the overt behavior to make another human being do a behavior they don't want to do.
Yeah, so I have a client whose parents used their will. We haven't seen you for a while and your sibling is showing up more or doing more, and so we're going to give more to this sibling.
Or just suddenly, I may need to have an appointment with our lawyer to revisit the will.
Wink, wink.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's forcing someone's hand to say, okay, I'll show up. I'll be at that family event. I'll do this thing.
Yeah, and it can be things like like pieces of jewelry. A lot of times it's stuff you want. They dangle that they're
dangling this behavior over.
So instead of earning the connection and the relationship, they buy.
Yes, buying your loyalty, buying your compliance. This is I'm going to get them to do what I want because I'm going to lord over them. And so this
you behave the way I want to, you get rewarded.
Yeah. So the parent-child dynamic remains fixated that I will be the one that has the final say. You never get to be an equal here and equal say, and I never give you respect. It is always, always respecting the elders, regardless of behavior and how the elders show up. You must respect them and don't talk back to them. And it's all of this outdated power dynamic that really needs to change.
So with guilt, there's an intense pressure between wanting to be an individual and wanting to conform.
Yeah.
And it's that psychological pressure that ends up creating a lot of anxiety and depression in a lot of people, and they don't realize that the root cause actually comes from this guilt in a lot of cases.
And so people feel anxious and depressed, and they feel like there's no other card to play other than family estrangement. So, because that's that seems to be the one thing, like I'm going to just pull the plug and run away and just abandon. And we want to help you have other options in your tool belt that isn't all about just having a parentectomy.
Even though some cases it may actually have to happen, and it may seem actually like a really nice fantasy, the reality is the connection and the relationship with our family is complex, and if you can maintain some level of it, you do better overall.
So we've gone through all 5, the greatest hits. The exercise now is, now that you can put your attention on it, now capture it in a journal or on your phone. Just write down notes, just the facts of when those events happen, so that you can bring this into awareness.
And so it could be things like, oh, I felt guilty when I went to see my dad and he commented that I haven't been there in a while. Or
I felt that pang of shame that I decided to do something that was exciting for me, but wasn't including the rest of my family.
And so it's things like that. Keep a list of it, and then you can go back to that list, and then you can see which of the 5 greatest guilt hits it falls into. And the idea isn't that you're building up ammunition, that you're going to go attack them with this information later.
It's not building a legal case to throw people under the bus. Right. That's not why we're doing this,
It's actually about getting educated, so you know what to do. You know what specifically is happening inside of you.
Yeah, we're highlighting what your conditioned response is so that you can be aware of it. And you may be the first person in all your family to shine a light on something that's been in the dark for a long time. So you're not a bad person for wanting to change the dynamic and have your voice and have your life be yours. We're going to reorient it and rebalance the power dynamic so it's one of equal, so that there's mutual respect and an authentic connection between all family members. And step 2 is redefining what family first means for you.
And maybe it starts with actually taking the word first out, just redefining what family means for you. And the idea is that you in your own family get to choose.
Right. So if you are with a significant partner or you're married, it is now you are the nuclear family. The two of you are the ones that are creating this new culture, the new traditions in your household. Just like each of your parents got to choose, hopefully, got to choose what they wanted to do and how they decorated their house and how they parented their children, you now get to be at the head to choose to make that for you as a partner, and if you choose to have children, for your children. And
it makes so much sense though too, because you're coming from one culture and your partner's coming from another culture. This is actually why so many couples end up in these power struggles, because you have your way of family culture that's been so guilted into you and steeped into you, and they do too. So they're fighting for their safety and the connection to their old tribe, and you want to stay focused on, right, I've left that nest, and now it's time to take the parts that work, and this is your chance to let go of the parts that weren't healthy and meet up with your new partner, and they're doing the same thing, and you're coming up with your new family culture. What do you want to do in your household?
That's really challenging for people. We see this many times with couples, that what they're fighting for is not so much what their voice is, it's what's pre-programmed from their family.
Yes.
So that it's actually not their own voice, it's someone else's voice saying, this is what we want, this is who I am, this is what I want.
This is how it is.
And so the power dynamic is really not fighting for two individuals, it's fighting two families. You know, I'm the spokesperson for my family, and you're the spokesperson for your family, and we're going to duke it out, and my family's cheering me on and yours, and which family supersedes. And that becomes the problem, because it's now kind of like low-grade warfare on whose traditions
reign supreme.
For sure. And so conscious coupling means that, like for us, we had to decide, you know, against with what your parents are and what my parents are wanting, what do we want?
Yeah.
What do we want because now we're equal members of society. What do we want to do that creates, and like, hey, I'm excited about this, and you say, I'm not really excited, so, okay, like, how do we decorate our home? How do we...
What holidays do we want to celebrate, how do we want to celebrate them? What do we want our last names to be? What do we want the last name of our child to be?
It's huge, huge.
But these are huge. And the things we're talking about, this is why it matters so much, because they have really big impacts. They're not small, they're actually major. And if we don't take them seriously, then they permeate into everyday parts of our lives.
Then we're not working as teammates, we're beholden to an allegiance to other people, and so our marriage then becomes like voices of many. Many have a voice and influence to make sure that the other person isn't overthrowing the family culture. And
oh my God, it's Romeo and Juliet.
It is like Romeo and Juliet.
Okay, but I have one more thing to say.
Am I Montague?
I'm a Capulet.
Let's make sure it doesn't end.
Yeah, end the same way. But one more thing to say that's really important is because ultimately we're going against evolution and nature itself, what life wants for us, which is to ever expand and evolve. Like you talked about the cubs, so that they go out and they continually grow and change and shift so they can survive over time. And it's the same thing with us as humans. The cross culture actually helps expand and grow. It's also what keeps relationships in life interesting and current. And so when we fight to stay in the old, we're fighting for things that were important yesteryear, that based on the consciousness then and where life was then. And it isn't wise to actually fight for those things. It's like fighting to use, you know, the old rotary phone today. You're never getting concert tickets with a rotary phone.
2, 1.
Oh, and then the half turn.
No, start again. So when we the perspective that we should look to previous generations to get our answers, it means that we're always walking backwards.
Yes.
We're facing backwards as we're walking in this direction. And our inspiration, the new, the latest generation, the software upgrade, the new generation is leading the way. They're the crest. And so for you and your partner or your significant other, the two of you coming together is something new that's being created, and that should be celebrated, not shut down. Your growth and expansion in your new direction adds to the family ecosystem and your in-laws, not take and detract from it.
Yeah, well said. So step 3 is boundaries.
Yep, and we talked about this before in previous videos. Boundaries are so important to have them clear so that you know where the crossing line between them and you is, for sure.
And you have to know, in a guilt-steeped family, there aren't a lot of boundaries, because actually that's what guilt does. It's actually about stripping away the right to actually put your preferences in the room.
I'm just going to brush away all those boundaries and all those...
How dare you set a boundary?
No. Yeah.
So, because it's not going to feel comfortable, at least likely it's not going to feel comfortable for you or for your family, it takes practice and rehearsal before you get in. The wisest thing, do not show up and expect to start setting boundaries. That's just putting a lot of pressure on yourself.
In the moment.
And the likelihood is it's going to go wonky.
Yeah.
So, like
boundaries are about planning way ahead of the event and rehearsing, because I know you're going to say we have rehearsed. We've rehearsed boundaries. For many areas of our life, both with family and without, so that we decide, what are we doing? How long are we staying? And we as a team have said, this is what we would like to do.
This is our boundary. And it helps because when we're a united front and we're clear, it helps so much. Like if we're going to, let's say, an event where I have more of the pressure, you being on my side and on my team helps so much. It gives me the courage, and you're there to help hold and support and encourage when I need that, when I'm trying to set a healthy boundary.
So I follow your lead so that it's good for us, not it's good for me. Can you put this in place because it's good for me, right? We have to be a unified team when we make these decisions.
It just makes it easier all the way around, and you feel the health of that. And I have to say, on another note too, just having rehearsed ahead of time, and you know what I'm faced with, for instance, I can turn to you, and I've done this, and say, I'm not a bad person, right? And it's amazing. Jeff will just turn to me and go, no, you're not a bad person for wanting your preferences.
Yeah. And even in the moment, we can adjust. There's been times where it's at the time where I think we're leaving, but it's clearly not looking that way. And Ellen is like, can we just do another half hour? And I'm like, okay, we got it. Yep. Sure.
I know we've said we're leaving at 7. Can we just make it 7:30?
Yeah. Let's workshop some of them. So first one is about, what do we do for boundaries with unsolicited inputs on your career choice,
love life.
Your love life, or your wedding, or what you should, the name for your baby.
Yep.
when family wants to have a say and they've overstepped that boundary.
So you can say something like, thank you for caring, and I see that you have interest, in this part of my life, and I appreciate your interest in my life, but I've got it. I'm handling it. So
I've got it, or I've got it, or we've got it.
Or we've got it. Just depends. Are you showing up as a couple, or are you showing up individually? But yes, just to say thanks, but I've got it from here in.
Letting that know that boundary won't be crossed. So thanks for sharing. I'll take in consideration. I'll let you know how it goes.
And if they say, but you really got to hear this and say, yes, I'm sure I do. And I've had many people also share input, but I'm your parents. It's like, yes, you are my parent, and I know how much you care and want my well-being, you want my best.
But the boundary is, I will take it into consideration, and I'll let you know my decision, or we'll let you know our decision. The boundary is really calm, but it's really clear. And there's no fighting about the boundary. That's what it is. Okay, so what about pressure to attend family events? Birthdays or summer picnics, or whatever.
So I love this one because no is a full sentence, and you can simply just say, no, sorry, we can't make it this time, but I hope you guys have a really great celebration. I hope it's really fun for everyone.
Yeah, and by clearly establishing that boundary that, sorry, we can't make it this time, that's it. That's the fullness of the answer.
No justifications.
Yeah, as soon as you start to move into, giving reasons or justification, we'd love to be there. However, it's just that this is the time.
It's our sock cleaning day.
Yeah. We'll do your sock cleaning day another day. Oh, crap. Now I got to come up with another reason. Oh, because our car is in the mechanic. Oh, well, take an Uber, right? Oh, I'll come pick you up. For whatever logic that you believe is the answer that's keeping you from attending that event, the family member will take that in. Oh, they are really wanting to come. Let me help solve that problem by removing that obstacle. And look, see, you can now show up at the event again. So don't give reasons.
And when you give reasons and justifications, you are actually teaching yourself that your rights and your wants are wonky and they're problematic, and that's actually what you're moving away from. You want to actually stand calm and clear, and this is my life, these are my choices, this is what I'm doing, and please respect the boundary.
And even if your attendance, if no is not an option for you, and that just might be too tricky, and you're like, okay, we're going.
Yes.
So then maybe the boundary is how long you stay. Maybe it's the duration. So that boundary you can offer days or maybe weeks before the event. So we've done this where we've given heads up and like, yeah, sure, we'll be there. We have to leave at 7:30. We'll be there, but we can only stay for 2 hours and then we have to head.
Yeah, it's really good.
And that's clear, so that, they have days to think that through and mull it over, but they're knowing that the boundary is, this is the deadline, this is when we have to go.
And you're getting used to teaching the people in your life how you want to be treated, and they start to see you differently and treat you differently. So you've prepared and you're ready to set those boundaries, but there's one more step of preparation, and that's step 4, which is you have to prepare for pushback. Because you're bringing in a new energy. You are shaking up the family system. And when someone is lording over you, they don't want to give power away. They do not do it freely, or you are challenging a system they bought into with their parents. And so it shakes up a lot of things.
It may have your in-laws or parents may have a lot of pressure because they're like, wait a minute, we've been doing this for the tradition for years or actually generations, and now you're wanting to change?
And at the core, you have to remember, they're just trying to get their needs met.
Yeah.
And so now they don't know how to get that need met when you start setting up your boundaries, and it can be quite stressful internally for them. So prepare for some pushback.
So when you can see that and understand that you're causing stress in the other human beings, we don't judge them. We can empathize that this new dynamic may make them feel a little not in charge, or maybe not in control anymore.
Or not important anymore.
Yeah.
Because when they're used to being here, and you are setting boundaries to create equality, that's all the boundary is doing, is you're just putting yourself beside them as an equal human and
in society.
Then the loss of this positioning, they're going to feel it, and it may come out in some wonky ways.
Yeah, like might be tears, might be anger.
They may be paying the victimhood card.
It may be pointing fingers. They may label, they may say things that you're being selfish. They may say, you've changed, which you may have for the better, but in their eyes, they don't see it that way.
Just be prepared. It is going to pull on your heartstrings. It is going to hit that guttural response.
And it may not be one. It might be like the ganging up.
Yes.
I talked to your aunt and uncle and your cousin and your brother, and then you feel like, oh my God, it's like
recruited the army.
Yeah, it's like me or us against how many people are judging us? Yeah. So
it can feel quite overwhelming at times. So that's why when you're prepared for it and you know it's coming, and you've thought about, each family has their patterns and they generally kind of stick to their tools of choice, then you're ready for it, and then you know what you can say in response to that, and there's different strategies you can employ.
Well, one is the broken record technique, which I've used, which is just you repeating yourself in a really calm, monotone, kind of boring thing.
No, thank you. Actually, I'm full. I don't want to eat anything else. I'm done right now.
Yes.
No, thank you. Still good. Yep. No, thank you.
Yeah, sorry, I can't loan you some more money. No. And you may have to repeat that. I understand you're disappointed that we're not showing up. We just won't be there.
Yeah. It's really important, though, in that example, you're also showing that you are giving empathy too. You're like, I know it's important to you,
or I see that up.
Yeah, I see that this is tough for you. I can see you're having a tough time. And again, you're making sure the responsibility is where it's supposed to be, on them. You're putting it back on them. You're not responsible for their emotional well-being. You're allowing them to have their emotional response.
It's just not yours to fix it. And so you can empathize. I see you over there as you're disappointed, sad, angry, worked up.
But don't cave on your boundary.
Yeah. But you don't have to be equally worked up, angry, upset. You can say, yeah, I can see that this is a really tough experience for you. We're still not coming. The bottom line is we won't show up this time. We can show up next time. We'll see you at Christmas or wherever the thing. We'll see you at the next one, but not this one.
And know if they keep on you, if their responses go big and you are finding it really difficult to be in the presence of their energy and their behavior, then you can leave.
Yeah,
it's another card to play.
Yeah, and leave, not the relationship, but you can leave the situation and say, listen, things are getting quite big. I might be getting worked up. So why don't we talk more about this another day? And then, or
I'm uncomfortable. I'm not liking the direction this conversation is taking. So I'm going to
hang up.
Yeah, I'm going to hang up.
And let's talk tomorrow or the next day, or let's talk on the weekend, and give some time for cooler heads to prevail. And it also gives them time to process your boundary. And so the second conversation might be like much easier for you.
Just know it's rarely one and done. That it's repeated behavior over time before everybody starts to come along into this new change of behavior and this new way of being together.
Yeah. The key thing about the boundaries and the pushback is that you are rewiring your brain to prove to yourself that you can survive their disapproval. That life doesn't end just because they don't like your decision.
So we're at step 5.
Step 5, and I'm out of coffee.
Oh my God. But that's okay, because you don't need it, because this is what all this hard work is for.
Yes.
This is sort of the celebration step.
Yeah, this is why we've been doing the uncomfortable work of boundaries. The payoff is that you get to reclaim your life back, and your voice gets to matter. You get to put it out more freely in the world.
This is where you get to start to unveil parts of you that had to be hidden, and you get to know parts of you that you weren't free to explore. Mm-hmm. That's really exciting. This is where you get to start to dream.
Now it's not so much about thinking about, what are they going to think about my life decisions? But now you're free to be like, what do I think about my life decisions?
Who do I want to be when I grow up? What do I want to do?
What kind of career do I want? What city do I, or what country do I want to live in? What career, who do I want to marry?
Where do I want to live? How do I want to live?
Yeah.
Do I want children? Do I not want children?
How I want to celebrate life in all its variations. That freedom that you get to be an equal member of society with an equal weighted voice out there. That's important.
And what you're creating within yourself and ideally within your family system is actually peace. It's honest living. There's nothing wrong. Actually, it's all right to be honestly you. How could that ever be bad?
Be more truthfully you. I hear many people say, I just want my children to be happy. If that is the goal, then you being happy is additive to your family.
You get to be happy. Only you can be happy in accordance to what makes you honestly happy. And so the other thing is as you do this, you may start to see the ripple effect in and amongst your family and friends, where you give inspiration to others to do the same thing, to free themselves from the clutches of the cages of guilt, and then they can start to push back.
Yeah. Hey, if this video hit home and you're ready to redefine family on your terms, then subscribe to our channel.
We're building a community, and we'd love to have you join us.
And check out this next video.
And remember, life's supposed to be a joyride, not a guilt trip.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.